Good morning, my fellow Americans. I bring quite the news after a lot of research with everything that's going on and across the world, and I want to get this message out by you guys. So, please take my word for with a grain of salt, and do research on everything I'm going to say. And if you guys can see what I'm going, or not what I'm going through, but what everybody's going through around the world without having to do research, then good on you. You already know what's going on. This is going to be my first video, and I don't want to be somebody to call out anybody or any government or any higher power. There's a better way that all of this could be addressed and worked with, and you can't really do much about it until the people stand up and fight for what's right for their own selves, their livelihood, and their lives, their families, and their future. So, this is the fall. My fellow people, I call forth to the people of the world to know that the fall is happening. With the war between Ukraine and the shattering of the United States, with Canada becoming a dictatorship, this isn't a conspiracy anymore. Not at all. This isn't a conspiracy that the Great Reset is finally happening. With the copious amounts of research and the gathering of information, the issues happening all around the world isn't a mere coincidence. So that means this has been happening for a long time. The people of the world, civilians, police, and militaries are all at risk. This isn't about politics anymore. All parties are frauds. Now, I'm a conservative independent, but I believe all parties are flawed. Part of the World Economic Forum, powerful people from governments all around the world and rich people from all around the world are part of the cabinet of the World Economic Forum to ensure what happens all over the world. Basically, they run the world and money all around the world. It's finally showing its teeth after so long in hiding. This is actually the New World Order. The man, as a matter of fact, the one who made and built the World Economic Forum is Klaus Schwab. Now, I'm not pointing out to him. He probably had no part in this, but he is definitely one to bring up. He said in an interview that when the New World Order happens, and I quote what he said to me, "You will own nothing and you will be happy." This quote is becoming more true minute by minute, day by day, as politics begin to break down, as governments argue and divide which side to take. Unfortunately, conservatives are being pushed into the dark, left for dead, while liberals take the wheel. And since then, U.S. crimes is at an all-time high, national. And inflation, what they're telling you on the news and what they're saying in general is a lie. It's not at 7.8%, it's at 15.1 or 2% on average. America is ran by a liberal party who wants to be rid of a republic and bring forth a communist regime. Russia is taking its lost territories to rebuild their lost communist ways. Argentina lost its ways and threw the people who didn't agree with its government ways out into the streets to get lost within the drug markets to cover up their communist ways. And now Canada. How a united people, a lovely, friendly people, lost their freedoms to a new communist regime. The media coverage has covered up the truth. Though the word communist, no, it doesn't make sense to call them communists. It doesn't make sense. The New World Order sounds right. And it sounds more and more true by the day. Control over the global populations of this World Economic Forum controls all the money and parts with the government economies around the world. When they control the money, they control the world. I've always said this one quote, that if you want to stop independence, if you want to stop free thinking, if you wish to seize human rights, too bad, you can't. We're all human. We are independent and we think however we choose, and we have the right to do so. Don't doubt the reality. Open yourselves up to the bigger picture. This world at some point won't be free anymore, but rather ran with an iron fist. You know, the New World Order always talks about a dragon, a one who is going to lead this New World Order. The dragon is coming, and we are close to letting it reign. We are running out of time, people. Now, I have two ways this can definitely work. Either the other half and the cabinet realizes that they're destroying the world in a slow and maniacal ways with unrealistic expectations. And what we are seeing in Canada is a good example of what's going on. Now, hear me out. It's either we can figure this out and stop using money as a way to get what we want, wherever we want, to get power, to get votes, to get capital, or we'll let this world fall into ruin, governments will be lost, anarchy will reign. Or we can do this. If there is a disagreement, the world will split between the liberal half and the conservative half. Now, a centralized government with one party is usually not that bad of an idea, but it's a dangerous idea, and it should not be taken lightly. Thank you so much for listening in on my speech and my report on this whole world. This is my first video, so please share like crazy. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I hope you enjoy my first video. I don't like politics. I don't like damaging humans and human rights and people and their livelihoods. We're falling into a pit of despair. And if we don't do anything to stop it, I can't even imagine the damage that would be done. Thank you for taking your time. I'm Soul Taker, aka Tyler James Denny. And I bid you farewell. Thanks so much for watching.